You gonna lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
It took us about 17.
Absolutely.
I don't like that.
Here we go.
No hesitation.
So far away.
Well, and tonight all by myself.
Oh, yeah, all the other. Holy cow. What's up, man? How are you doing, man?
Everyone's counting on you guys, by the way, out there.
Oh, yeah?
Be efficient.
To be efficient.
I told Scott 1 hour.
Get out of here. Go ahead and out.
We can
There's
do it.
not much meat
Really
on this.
We can do
We're
it.
gonna set records tonight.
Like, there's not a lot of meat in there.
It really depends on.
Yeah. And I got a lot of my superintendent update. That's a little bit of truth.
So
in it.
you're really counting on you, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Kind of my dealing.
The pressure's on.
Not the next. Although,
Oh.
how's life? Maybe. I don't know. But no. So far, no.
Okay.
I believe that. You know, we have a cross.
7:01. So
All right. And you trying to say go?
well,
We need to get Randy. Hey, Randy. Turn this off, please.
I'd like to call the Smithville R2 Board of Education meeting to order. With that, Dr. Collins, will you please give the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First item on the agenda is the adoption and modification of the agenda. Is there any modification of the agenda? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. Do I have any discussion? If not, please vote. Make sure you join the meeting.
okay.
Okay, great. Next item, the consent agenda. Our consent agenda consists of the regular meeting minutes for October 15th, 2025, board retreat minutes for October 15th, 2025, bills for payment for November 2025, Kruger Technology, Inc., special inspections contract, Techline Sporting Lighting, intercom and paging system proposal, and personnel report. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion? If not, please vote. Next up on the agenda, comments from the audience. We do not have any. Next up, superintendent update, Dr. Moss.
Yes, we're going to start with student and staff recognitions. I'd like to invite the board to come to the front of the table, and we'll turn it over to Mrs. Hedgecourt to share about our celebrations this month.
So unfortunately tonight we had several students who couldn't make it for the recognitions, but we will still give them a shout out and then we'll recognize the ones who are here. So first, our state golfer. We're proud to recognize Smithville High School golfer Natalie Neal for her outstanding accomplishments this season. Natalie earned second place at the conference tournament and went on to compete at the Class 3 state tournament, finishing 43rd out of 85 golfers statewide. Please join me in congratulating Natalie Neal on an exceptional season. And then it looks like I have two of my cross country runners. So if you'll want to come on up to the front. We are pleased to recognize 4 Smithville High School athletes for their outstanding performances at the Class 3 State Cross Country Championships. Sophomore Jack Johnston earned 10th place. Senior Logan Throm earned 18th place. Senior Lily Richardson placed 69th, and junior Kira Janning placed 89th. Please join me in congratulating Jack, Logan, Lily, and Kira on an exceptional season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we're here.
I know they go.
There you go. Anybody else want one?
Stay close. Stay close.
Okay, so if you'll say who you are, grade level, and then tell us who you think. You can don't say what you want to say.
I'm Jack Johnston. I'm a sophomore, and my mom and 2 sisters came with me this evening, and I got 10th at state.
My name's Logan Throm. I'm here with my dad, and I'm a senior, and I got 16th at state.
So now if my elementary principals and middle school principal will come up to the front. If you're part of the recognition tonight. U.S. News and World Report has expanded their best schools list to include elementary and middle schools. It's no surprise that all 3 of our elementary schools, Maple, Eagle Heights, and Horizon, as well as Smithville Middle School, all made the best schools list. Schools were assessed on their pupils' proficiencies in mathematics and reading as measured by the state assessments.
I'm Melinda Stewart. I'm the principal at Eagle Heights Elementary, and my kids are amazing.
Thank you. My name is Christy Mellon. I'm the principal at Horizon Elementary.
Taylor John, I'm the principal at Maple. I also have amazing kids, and I did not bring anyone here with me today.
And I'm Todd Woodmore, and I'm the middle school principal. Yeah. Picture with you. I can answer this. Thanks, congratulations. That.
If anyone was here specific for recognitions, please know you are welcome to leave. You are also welcome to stay as well if you'd like to. But you will not offend us if you guys decide to go home. And just a couple of updates that I was going to provide. I have gone to the high school in Horizon for my fall building visits. I want to thank both the principals who are here for setting those up. It was great to spend the day in your buildings, hear from your staff, and always appreciate the opportunity to hear from all staff, whether it's your teachers, your IAs, anyone else that wants to pop in and have a conversation. It was great to speak with them. Got a lot of valuable feedback. One of the things that has been part of our board and superintendent goals is the staff morale survey. So we give that both in the fall and in the spring, and it's consistent over the last several years, and we have really good participation in it at over 80%. So that is something that we feel like is very valuable. So I picked out several questions to ask them and get some feedback on, so that way then we as a team can come back and make some goals on to identify how we can continue to increase those results. So I will be at Eagle Heights tomorrow, and then did we set on the 12th? And I'll be at Maple on December 12th. Had to make a little shift in there just to make sure they could get some support that they were working with, one of our CKLA professional development people. So excited for those. Last week, we also had our Superintendent's Advisory Council, and we had them do some self-reflection on a couple of the Portrait of Graduate competencies. So one, we asked them what they felt over the last 2 weeks that they had shown, whether that was being resilient, compassionate, a learner, any of those pieces. And then we asked them to pair up and create a stretch one for the month. So that stretch one is one that they want to work on this month, and they wrote out some statements about how they're going to work on that. And then we paired them up so they would have an accountability buddy. So we're going to start the next December meeting with them being able to have that conversation about what they did to stretch themselves in that. And it is a real word. No red line comes under it when you put accountability buddy in a Word document. I think Mindy was disappointed. One, save the date. We would like to have everyone put on their calendars, and we'll repeat this many times, but Mindy was able to confirm this today. When Google brings in a data center, one of the things that they do is a family STEM day. Those days are usually on a Saturday from 10 to 3, I think is when ours was going to be scheduled. And it's going to be February 21st from 10 to 3. I'm correct. And because we have a data center, if you guys haven't noticed, just south they have the walls up on their first building on the Google side. And then Platte County is having a data center as well. And most of the time these usually take place at a high school, where our high school is pretty well under construction and chopped up. So we're going to actually do this at the new middle school in Platte County off Platte Purchase. So we're going to combine ours with Platte County, partner with them. We've been working with a Google representative, and then Discovery Education is the one that comes on and kind of puts on the day. So it's going to be a very good event. We're excited to do that. And it talks about data centers. It talks about a lot of different things, and has a lot of events for the kids to get excited about. On Tuesday, we also had a really fun event in this space, which was we invited retirees and former board members to come back for a brunch. We did that. We're trying to be more purposeful in how we engage our retirees and former board members. We had 30 retirees and former board members have a great breakfast. They all got to share about their history with Smithville. Stacia and Susan were there to join us. It was great to see some of Stacia and I's former teachers from kindergarten to my senior year were there, but it was great to have them there. They very much appreciated just the effort to do that and being able to see each other. We also had Julie there to talk about benefits, things that they still may be wondering about, or connected with us as our retirees are still benefit eligible as they leave us. So it was a great experience. We will definitely have some upcoming events that we continue to engage with them. We did share all of our community events with them, so that way they could pencil them on their calendars. Told them probably the first part of April for our color run, but then also our district art show, which will be the last part of April, beginning of May that weekend. So trying to get them more involved. We always invite them to convocation. Just thought we could do more than just convocation. It was a very fun time. I want to thank all of you for today going through all 5 of our buildings. Thank you for our buildings for hosting us. It's always we usually do this in November and March. It's always great to get out to our buildings, see the kids, hear how everything's going on. Really appreciate you guys letting us come in and invade some of your classrooms. I know the part of the feedback I've gotten at building visits is it's a lot to have everyone in one group. So appreciated the 2 groups. That was just a little feedback from the staff. If there's anything you guys would want to say, please feel free after I'm done. And then the other thing I would like to just mention is we were able to get our lights. I know that was part of the consent agenda, but that was a piece that we've been talking with you guys over the last couple weeks. Justin's done a ton of work on that for us to salvage those poles rather than those poles getting demolished. They were only 12 years old, and so they are 100% reusable. So appreciate all the work that Justin did, but also appreciate Mammoth being able to work around those poles as they have really transformed that area down there. I'd be happy to answer any other questions that you guys may have.
Was nice to have 2 of our senators with us.
Yep.
Curtis and Maggie. It's nice to have them see the buildings and be with us, spend a little time with them.
It's always an enjoyable day. It's one of the more fun days to be around. And yes, it was great having some of our state representatives join us this afternoon or this morning. So,
yeah, one of the suggestions we had at the MSBA conference was to invite our state representatives as well as senators, those that represent us down in Jeff City. So we were able to reach out to both Maggie and Curtis, and they responded that they came this morning. Curtis Gregory is the senator that represents us. Maggie Nuremberg actually represents the Senate precinct just south of us, but she is an O2 grad of Smithville. So it was always great to have her walking through the building. She mentioned, I'm sure Mr. Winterbore won't be surprised, that the middle school has not changed much since she walked in there. The mauve and teal are still strong. But yes, absolutely. Really appreciate them giving some time up out of their day to walk through our buildings.
It's always really impressive to go into the classrooms. We have amazing teachers. We have amazing students, and that is all we had the opportunity to leave little notes for the teachers of the rooms that we were in. I said I kind of felt like a broken record because they always have their students engaged. They always have their students in control and listening, and it's just always a good thing to see. So thank you guys for letting us invade.
It's fun to see the differences from the previous year to now, and the little things that you guys are doing to spruce up your rooms, your building, and engagement with the students is noticeable. So it's great. Thank you guys.
okay. And just the superintendent up there. So yeah, you want to wrap it up? Yeah. You good with that?
Yes.
Okay. Next up, 9.3 bond project updates.
Absolutely. I'm excited to have Josh Cowell here from Newkirk Novak, and I think I have you set up to go back here. But as you're getting ready, I just kind of threw you up there last time and didn't give a little context about what's going on. So while you're making your way back here, I might do a little spiel. But we have progressed through package 0.0. We have one project left, one of which I will be asking you to approve tonight, with some intercom and paging tables moving out of the demolition path. And that should get package 0.5 pretty close to being complete. As you noticed, the old high school library is gone. So demolition is happening. I know several of you walked through the demolition site today, and demolition continues in the central commons. And Josh will talk a little bit about that, but now we're into installation of steel footings. Anytime you say installing steel footings, that's a positive sign because a building follows shortly behind that. One thing I kind of didn't talk about last time was the masonry bracing, but we're nearing the end of that being done in the first week of December. And that was an unexpected project. Just to remind everybody and make sure the public's aware, it was expensive. It was $136,000 of expense that we weren't expecting in this bond project. So just glad to be seeing that nearing completion so we can continue our build. IDS has met with the rest of our staff in the middle school and the ag shop to finalize those designs. After those designs are finalized, then those are taken out to bid, and we're on a bid schedule. And one major meeting I'm excited about is the pre-bid. Not that I'm ever not invited. I like going and seeing how many trade partners we have at those meetings to gauge how much interest there is in our project. So I will be attending that next week. And into baseball, softball, and I'll stop after this, I promise, Josh. But into baseball, softball, mass excavation has continued. Notable milestone was the poles being salvaged, and that would be big for if we want to use those in any future project. And there is an unexpected challenge again of some rock that we've encountered outside of the playing area there. And we'll meet with Mammoth on the 20th, which is tomorrow, to talk about the details of that part of the project and what that may have as far as impact on the timeline. So I will pass the microphone off to you now, Josh, if you're ready. Okay.
So update on the high school. So yes, as Dr. Collins mentioned, with the approval of the package 1 contractors, which included demo, masonry repairs, concrete, steel, earthwork, and site utilities from the October board meeting, we've continued on with progress for the high school. Getting into some of the details of that, in the gym, you can see there the top left picture. The top left picture is what that masonry repairs kind of looks like underneath the stairs in the southwest corner of the gym. So that existing gym did not have any sort of reinforcing grout rebar within those walls, and so tearing down the central commons, which was braced against that, would not have been good. So adding that in for structural integrity and to make sure we had a safe and proper demo of the central commons was necessary. So that work is ongoing, should complete first week of December, and then continue on through the central commons. So temp walls and waterproofing have started. So blocking off any doors or exits, hallways, to make sure we're not having any unexpected guests in the construction area, making sure we're keeping everybody safe. We continue with partial slab and demo, which you can see down in that bottom right corner there. So excavated down 24 inches of subgrade there and added back some low volume change so that we can pour some of our foundations and bracing deadman so that we can properly brace that gym wall before we actually proceed with tearing it down. Beyond that, we've also started on the addition, or what we're calling the addition, which is kind of that central courtyard area and where the media center previously was. So again, added temp walls and waterproofing there. We also added the temp egress sidewalk, the picture up on the top right there, along with some scaffolding to make sure students and staff had a safe exit out of the school, because it is right next to the construction zone there. And then obviously completed the media center demo, the fiber relocation, and then I've started building pads. So if you guys walked out there today, you've seen a lot of rock, big area there. So that's the building pad that's going in, and we'll follow that up with starting on foundations. So just some pictures that you guys can see up there. So top left, like I said, the masonry bracing in the gym. Top right is the temp egress sidewalk. Bottom left is the media center demo, and then the central commons slab demo there. And on the next page, I think there's a few more pictures. And then on the left side there, you can see some drone shots or aerial shots of the media center demo and some more waterproofing, as well as some of the excavating in that central commons area. So continuing on with good progress, we did send out package 2 for bid last Friday, and that includes all the remaining contracts for the project. So they're out for bid for about 20 to 22 contractors. We're looking to have bid day first part of December, looking for board approval mid-December for that. Does anyone have any questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I guess the only one question is on the gymnasium bracing. I mean, that's, you guys discovered that because of the renovation, and you're able to rip paint. When you ripped open the walls, you saw that the need for that, and obviously we need to address it as a structural issue going forward, right?
Yeah, without having any sort of reinforcing in that wall, that's very typical to see. If we went down with part of central common, which goes to that, yeah, no saying what can happen with that wall. We've already seen stuff in that wall, some of the cracking in all those corners. So that's kind of what we're repairing now. Going and out and reinforcing all those corners to make sure.
This
kind of some of the surprises that we talked about that might happen on a renovation
Yeah.
versus a building new. So it happens. So, well, thank you very much for your report. Appreciate it. Any other questions? We're good for bond project updates then. Okay. That was info only. Next up, 10.1, general financial review.
Yes, we have just spoke with Karen about this. We are receiving funds as anticipated as we look at what the state statute or state legislation had approved the previous year. One interesting thing that we actually were notified this evening of is we do receive a small portion of funds. It's usually about $100,000 a year for federal impact aid because our lake is a core lake. So that isn't new, but it has been something that's been delayed. It's affected many other school districts much differently, especially those that may have a military base in their district or multiple military bases if they have shut down, or even a lot of contractors that work within their school district. So we were notified that we are receiving that, and it's pretty much on time as anticipated. It is not something that goes up very much, but it's something that we consistently count on. So as far as what we've seen, it is as anticipated. We will let you guys know of any changes. Obviously, January, they'll start having conversations, more so March and April, about what the budget will look like for FY26.
Great. Any questions on general financial review? Next up, 10.2, board subcommittees. Mr. Nichols.
Yes, we had our finance committee this evening and talked with Brad Steele from Westbrook, our auditor, that we do every year. And he was able to provide some highlights and recommendations like he does every year. To save duplicating, I'll save kind of the details for him to present in the December meeting for us when he's here. And then we also talked through some of the bond project stuff that we, as far as the finance side of it, this afternoon, which we covered earlier with the lighting and whatnot. So that's what we're able to cover in finance this evening.
Okay, great. Stacia, did you have anything to add? All right, next up, 10.3. Approval of MSBA policy FED for the first of 2 readings. Do I have a motion to approve the MSBA policy FED for the first of 2 readings?
So
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on policy FED? If not, please vote. Okay, next up, 11.1, 2025-2026 board candidate filing dates. Just so I make sure I say this correctly, the right date. This will be, so the filing dates are December 9th, 2025 to December 30th, 2025, correct, Karen? Okay. So that is it. And for the April election, there will be 3 seats open that will be 3-year terms. And then there will be 1 seat that will be open for a 1-year term. So there will be 4 open seats. Any other comments or questions on this one? If not, 11.2. Do I have a motion to approve the MSBA 2025D policy updates for the first of 2 readings?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Do we have any discussion on this item? First of 2 readings.
You mind me sharing one thing?
Correct. Go ahead.
There is a lot of J series policy in here, which deals directly with students. As part of we meet with our building administrators every month, and our meeting actually falls tomorrow morning. So part of our conversation tomorrow will be a structured conversation. Both Denise and PJ have already shared the J series with them, so that way they can see if there's any impacts. While I don't anticipate any changes to the policies being recommended from them, we may have to change some of our procedures that we do in the background. But just wanted to make sure that you guys know that when we have things, especially with our students, we always want to take it to those most impacted and those most closely in touch with them. And that's what we'll be doing tomorrow morning.
Great. And yes, there are a lot of J series policy updates in here. Any discussion on this item? It's for the first of 2 readings. If not, please vote. Are you going to speak to that next one? Okay. Next up, 11.3, Series 2025 Certificates of Participation Prepayment Resolution. Do I have a motion to approve the Series 2015 Certificate of Participation Prepayment Resolution as presented?
So moved.
I have a motion. Patrick will take the second. Okay, Dr. Moss, any discussion? Dr. Moss will add a little bit to this. Okay.
Yeah, over the last several years, we've worked very closely with Raymond James. As you guys are aware, just last July or a couple Julys ago, they actually came in and presented about our outstanding debt. This is one of the pieces that is our outstanding debt. It's a COP similar to what we issued earlier for our Navitas project. And one of the things that we discussed, Karen and I discussed with him, and that he brought up is, have you guys thought about prepaying this? It would save you an interest. We believe the interest savings will be right around or a little bit more than $30,000. And he said, your fund, it will come out of Fund 4. So our capital funds, he goes, your funds are strong there. And it would make strong financial sense to go ahead and prepay this, especially with what we have issued already and then what we anticipate issuing to finish up our bond projects. So in working with him, as well as Gilmore Bell, we present to this for you that we think is being a good steward in our district. It is all within our capital budget, so does not affect any of our supply or our teacher fund that we pay our certified staff with, and think that it makes sense for us at this point. And we look forward to taking advantage of future opportunities like this whenever we can make those prepayments and save ourselves that interest payment as well. That's part of it.
I think this is an excellent opportunity for us to do this. So we're in the perfect place to do it. Is there any discussion? Any other questions? If not, please vote. Okay. Next up, 12.1. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion. I have a second. That was quick. Any discussion? If not, please vote. Did you get the motion and second on that
I
one?
did.
Sarah? Okay. All right. Okay, great. Thank you guys. Thank you this evening.
This is the record.
This is definitely.
We're gonna do a special, looks like a special day for December 17th. We might do
I was thinking virtually at 5. Karen and I would just jump in our office.
good with that. I know you have a schedule.
It was at 6, so it was just, I couldn't say yes.
You could do that. You could do the bathroom.
You know what? I couldn't be here.
Same.
Me too.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Okay, good. So let's just,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a quick special.
5 o'clock.
I'm actually.
Yeah, 5 o'clock probably.
Oh, really?
Now, was there
Or,
anything you guys
So. And they're gonna have the
Well, thank you guys for a long day. And I'm glad we were able to.
Better record.
Although we've been together since.
Yeah. That doesn't feel like.
It's almost 12 hours. That's what Dr. Moss is trying to find out. I still feel bad for them to be here.
At least they were right after the last one. So anyway, we get.
Okay, so I'm at it.
So my son,
If you want, I thought your bathroom would be where.
Big row. Construction. I pledge allegiance to that.
So that's why I was trying to find a hit.
Like, okay. You're like pick the favorites and publish them.